This segment of the news is brought to you by Finance of America. For all your mortgage needs, call Amy Childress or Shannon Keller at 702-372-6607. News is also brought to you by Great Basin College. A pioneer in distance education, your success is their tradition. Now offering over 25 degree and certificate programs in Pahrump and online.
Welcome back. Now let's see what's happening in your news across the Silver State.
The fees to visit the Red Rock National Conservation Area may increase next year. In a press release, the Bureau of Land Management said that it has added a number of amenities, activities, and services to the conservation area since 2011, but the prices have not increased despite the improvements. The BLM claims that the price increases are required to ensure the BLM meets its preservation, recreation, public enjoyment, and visitor experience management goals. The price of driving a vehicle on the scenic loop area would increase from $7 to $15 in 2018 and would increase again to $20 in 2023. The prices of driving a bicycle, motorcycle, or tour vehicle would also increase, as would the price of an annual pass. New fees would also be introduced for visiting Red Spring, which is currently free, and walking into the campground areas. A daily fee for camping would also increase. Members of the public may provide input via email at blmnbredrockbplan@blm.gov. Nevada's metro area saw a slight increase in the unemployment rate in July, but experienced decreases year over year. In Las Vegas, the unemployment rate is up 0.3 of a percentage point to 5.4%, while Reno's unemployment rate is up 0.2 of a percentage point to 4.2 and is down over the year. Carson City's rate increased by 0.2 of a percentage point to 4.8%. The unemployment rates in all counties remain below 7%. For 11 consecutive months, unemployment rates have declined over the year in all 17 of the state's counties, continuing to render good news for the Silver State. Additionally, Las Vegas and Reno have experienced positive job growth with the addition of 23,400 jobs and 4,900 jobs over the year, respectively. Federal Communications Chairman Jet Pai is visiting Arizona and Nevada this week to discuss bridging the digital divide and extending digital opportunity to all Americans. His trip began Tuesday with a tribal consultation in Flagstaff, Arizona, with the Navajo Nation president and other Native American leaders. On Wednesday, he joined Arizona Governor Doug Ducey for a business roundtable discussion in Phoenix. The chairman also discussed the sitting of the broadband infrastructure on federal lands with the U.S. Department of Interior's Bureau of Land Management. Today, the chairman joined Congressman Mark Amodei in Reno for a roundtable discussion on infrastructure issues. He plans to meet with local broadcasters as well. Chairman Pai has been traveling across the country to discuss how to bridge the digital divide that is leaving too many Americans behind. Since being designated chairman in January, he has visited big cities such as Detroit, Michigan, and small towns like Capone Springs, West Virginia, to learn more about the challenges facing communities throughout the United States. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
Thanks, Deanna. Well, it's that time of year again, so here's Mark Hudson and Miranda Hauser from Star Nursery to tell you about fall vegetables.
Well, Miranda's our new assistant manager. She's been in the position for a while now. And I just wanted people to kind of get an idea of who she was. A lot of folks know her as cashier, but she's a great assistant manager.
How you doing, Miranda?
Really good, thank you.
You liking it here?
I love it. Love it, love it.
We're standing right in front of this display right now, which just came in, so we're kind of a little bit excited. Tell us what's here.
Well, a lot of it's herbs and vegetables. Of course, you know, we have a few months before we get into that cool season stuff, so we should have some time left over to go ahead and plant up some tomatoes and peppers if you get them in early enough. Shouldn't have a first freeze until sometime in November. So
you can get some new veggies in the ground right now.
Oh yeah, great time to get some stuff planted.
All right, and is there any sales going on right now?
Today's the last day of this ad. Well, wait, no, yesterday was the last day of this ad. Tomorrow a new ad will come out. I'm sure that the veggies, this is just the beginning of the season for them. Cool season stuff will be showing up as we cool down a little more.
What's the best thing to be putting in the ground here?
Well, for the fall, I prefer things like the cabbage crops, cole crops, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, lettuce, cabbage.
Is it good to get the bigger pots of these, or the smaller ones are going to be doing okay?
In some cases, because of a limited window, the bigger stuff is probably a better way to go to get an early harvest. The smaller stuff, if you got a greenhouse or a cold frame where you can extend your growing season, that's good.
Is there any types of precautions that you should take when you're putting them in the ground, like any kind of protection?
This time of year, not too much. Some folks might want to put a little shade material up to block some of that western sun, maybe to block some high winds that we sometimes get. Other than that, we're pretty good for putting them right in the ground and keeping them wet.
Miranda, tell us where we're at. What's the hours of operation website?
You can find us at 911 Buell Road. We're here Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5, and Sundays from 8 to 4. You can always call down at 775-727-5300 or check out our new ad every Friday at starnursery.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And here's your entertainment this week with Alicia Cook.
In your entertainment news this week, another great American legend was lost this week. Jerry Lewis, the comedian, actor, director, and telethon star whose legendary film run in the 1960s included classics like The Nutty Professor, died Sunday morning at the age of 91. Lewis's parents were both in entertainment, and he followed in their footsteps, dropping out of high school to pursue stand-up. But his act didn't take off until he partnered with singer Dean Martin in 1946. Martin and Lewis, Martin playing the straight man to Lewis's madcap annex, were an immediate and extraordinary hit on the nightclub circuit, and they parlayed that into a contract with Paramount. After playing supporting roles in 1949's My Friend Irma, the duo headlined in 16 films together. Comedian and activist Dick Gregory died Saturday at the age of 84. In the early 1960s, Gregory was one of the first black comedians to break out of the so-called Chitlin circuit of black clubs in the South. He achieved fame and success in white clubs before turning from comedy to activism. Becoming an important voice in the civil rights struggle, he remained primarily a political activist until his death, participating in marches and hunger strikes for causes ranging from the Vietnam War to prison reform. Confederate statues are being taken down across the country, and one Louisiana resident has some ideas for the statues in her state. Cassie Thibodeau has started an online petition urging government officials to replace Confederate statues with Britney Spears statues. Thibodeau refers to the musician as an actual Louisiana hero and influential human being. She also cites Spears' charitable contributions, like $585,000 for Hurricane Katrina relief, $250,000 for victims of a flood in the state in 2016, and sales from her Vegas show going towards Louisiana schools recovering from the flood. Thibodeau says that Spears has already earned her star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, and now it's time for her home state to honor her with the tribute that she deserves. The petition has already over 1,500 supporters. Actor-comedian Jay Thomas died today at the age of 69. His first role on Mork and Mindy show led to various appearances throughout the 80s, but he won his 2 Emmys for his work on Murphy Brown. He was a favorite of the Late Night with David Letterman show from 1998 to 2014. He was reportedly surrounded by family at the time of his death. This has been your entertainment news this week. I am Alicia Cook for News 46.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside on your Glenn Lerner Weather Cam.
Gorgeous day out there. Look at that mountain, a few clouds, but we had a little bit of precipitation, and Noah's going to tell us what else we can expect in the forecast coming up ahead.